2.5 years ago, I felt the biggest life goal that I had, which was joining the Pakistan Air Force as a fighter pilot. I just had a laptop, no plan, no mentor, and no one around me that had done which I wanted to do. Today, I'm a CTO. I have a remote job and 4 plus live apps on Play Store. And I'm making this video from Pakistan, the same country where the people told me that you need a degree to start a tech career. This is not a highlight reel, this is exactly what happened, even the embarrassing things included. So stick around till the end. I'm going to share the one decision that changed everything for me. Let me take you back in the timeline. I always had this curiosity like how the apps work, and when I tap on a button, what happens behind the screen, and how does the website know who I am? I just had this curiosity, but I never thought of having a career in tech. I was always inspired by the idea of flying an F 16, the maneuvers of the fighter jets, and the life of fighter pilots. So I went through the selection process, but I failed at the last stage, which is known as ISSB. And honestly, the rejection, it broke something inside me for months. Because the place where I live, when you don't have a traditional career path, people start looking at you differently. They ask questions which you don't have answers to. But here's the thing about hitting the wall. As Stoicism teach, what stands in the way becomes the way. I just had the curiosity and I decided to just follow it. I didn't start with Flutter. I didn't even start with the Dart language. I started with CS50, which is Harvard's free computer science course and available on YouTube and edX. I remember it was just me, my laptop, and a lot of confusion. But CS50 did one important thing. It taught me how to think, how to break a problem down. So, after my first course, I went deep into object oriented programming, data structures and algorithms, operating systems, and software architecture. People around me, everyone was doing web development, React this, Node that, and the web development stuff. And I don't have a beef with the web developers, but whenever I used a mobile app, I felt something. I knew that I wanted to build that. I wanted to build something that people can hold in their hands. So that's why I chose Flutter. And it almost felt weird at that time, but I just started it. I got my first Flutter certification, then the second, and then the third. But certificates aren't what got me here. The projects did. Okay, so here's the truth that no one tells you about learning to code on your own. You spend almost 80% of your time stuck. Not just a little stuck, but stuck on one error message for maybe 3 hours, or maybe even a whole day. Googling the same thing 15 times, watching YouTube tutorials on it multiple times, and not even understanding what it means. I remember myself, I built projects that no one ever saw, UIs that worked on my emulator but broken on a real phone. But every problem, it taught me something. I learned state management by breaking it. I learned API integrations by fetching the wrong data maybe 10 times or even 12 times. I learned routing by getting lost inside my own apps. And this is where most people quit the building in the dark phase. They learn basic syntax, they watch some tutorials, and then face a real problem. Then they think they're not made for this thing. But that thought, it's a lie. Getting stuck or confused, it's a part of the process. The certifications gave me the structure, the projects gave me the skill, and the bugs gave me the wisdom. And slowly, very slowly, things started working. I remember my first job as a mobile application developer. I remember thinking that someone has trusted me enough to pay me for a skill which I have learned myself, in a place where people told me it's not even possible. It wasn't a lot of money, obviously, but still it was something. I didn't celebrate for too long, I just went back into building. Today, 4 plus apps are live, real users, real feedback, and bugs that still wake me up at night. But each problem, each bug, it taught me something that certifications alone never could. How to handle a client that changes the requirements before the deadline, how to optimize the performance of my app when it's lagging, and how to write the code that the future me can understand. And then came the remote job. People in my country, they think that having a remote job, it's something that's not even possible. But it's possible when you do the things differently. Your communication has to be good, your code has to be good, and you have to act as a professional before someone has even agreed to pay you. I got the first job, then the second, and somewhere in between, I became a CTO. And today, I am leading technical decisions for a product that have a lot of users in real time. From in 2.5 years, from Air Force rejection to this. Okay, so now let me give you the actual lessons, the things that actually matter. Not just the inspirational stuff, but the tactical things that actually matter. The first lesson is fundamentals before framework. I spent months learning programming fundamentals, OOP, DSA before I even touched Flutter. When you see a construction site, they don't just build a whole building without a strong foundation. Foundations are the most important thing. That is why I can choose something new today and get good at it. The second lesson is build, don't just watch. Do not get stuck in the tutorial hell. That's the worst place where you can be. Build something ugly at first, get good at it, and then build something better. The third lesson is pick one skill. Everyone around me was doing web development, but I chose mobile app development. Niching down even felt scary at that time, but I stick to it. Be a specialist in the sea of generalists. The fourth lesson is remote work is a skill, not just a job type. Learn communication, giving updates, time zones. These are all the things that are learnable. Treat them like a skill and get good at them. The fifth lesson is your location is not the ceiling. Do not treat your location as an excuse. Do not use it as an excuse. The ceiling or the thing that stops you is actually real, but it's built from excuses. Break through your excuses by being undeniably good. I'm not telling you this story because I think I'm special. I'm telling you this because when I was at your place, I had no one to tell me what I'm telling you today. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to the channel and comment down what you want me to talk about next. And part 2 of this video drops soon, so make sure you press the bell icon as well. And see you in the next video.